Do you think like a psychopath? Watch to the end to find out if you do.
I hope I get some clicks in the description from this video. That's all.
Okay.
That's all it is on here.
Ready for the first scenario. A murderer breaks into a man's house one night with only a knife. The resident of the house knows the break-in and runs to hide within the nearest bedroom closet, whilst he also wields a knife but failed to get a phone. He locks the murderer out and prepares to face him. How does the murderer end up killing the man? We'll start with the Jeffrey Dahmer guy. Go.
I don't know who you're talking about, actually.
You.
Me? Well, I don't even need these questions. I already know I'm a psychopath because I'm a YouTuber. But clearly, this is a prank video. He goes into the closet, the floor drops below him, and he falls through. And
To answer honestly, I want your honest opinion on this.
I didn't know I'd be solving riddles today, BoyR. He stabs him through the crack in the floorboards.
So he goes underneath
who just opens the door? He just opens the door.
Okay,
Was the door locked?
No, the door wasn't locked.
Did you ever say
No.
the door is locked?
No,
he breaks it down.
Is that the end of your answer, Peanut, or do you want?
That's what I would do. I would go
Okay.
through the door.
Jem?
With the knife.
Yeah, but like, how so with the knife? Does he do what Peanut says, open the door and just charge in?
Basically, yeah.
Alright, so you guys answer the same. I'm going to tell you what the average person would do. The average person would likely say that the murderer will just charge right at the closet to kill the man or burn the house down. So, similar to what you guys said. On the other hand, a true psychopath would recognize that the victim probably has a knife of their own, and to avoid that confrontation, they would make stepping noises to make it seem like they're leaving and proceed to hide behind the door, and he'll kill the man when he attempts to call the police.
BoyR, I always make sure the people I keep in my closets don't have knives on them.
This one I'll be surprised if you get. Imagine you're an explorer. Your crew were stranded in the Arctic for several months. When your team is finally rescued, you're reunited with your wife and tell her all the stories about how your ship crashed and how the captain had to feed the remaining crew penguin meat in order to survive. A few days later, your wife becomes curious and decided to try penguin meat for herself. Despite your experiences, you agree to eat some penguin meat with her. Immediately after, you begin to cry and later kill yourself. Why do you kill yourself?
The PTSD.
That's a good answer, Jim. That's a good answer. What about you, Peanut?
Which wife is this? The third or fourth?
No.
It's your only wife.
What was the question? Penguin meat?
How did you kill yourself?
Why'd you kill yourself?
PTSD. This is what Jem said. I mean,
the average person would say something on the lines that the penguin meat is bringing back triggering memories or something like that.
PTSD.
A psychopath would answer this scenario by stating that you realize that the penguin meat tasted nothing like what you ate in the Arctic, and you realize the captain was feeding you dead crewmates and couldn't live with the guilt. Also, there's no penguins in the Arctic.
Where's the Arctic?
I don't know, actually.
Why do you have a mustache?
He's always had a mustache.
I've had a mustache for years.
Alright, next scenario. After a long and horrible day of emotional... What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, go on.
Is that flour?
What?
Is that flour?
How do you know
It
my
does
dealer's
look
name?
like it.
After a long and horrible day of emotional abuse from your boss, you decide to kill them. You go to the store and decide to buy a knife, deciding between a $5 knife or a $50 knife. Why do you buy a $5 knife? We'll start with Kakashi Sensei.
Why do I buy a $5 knife? The $5 knife's gonna do the same thing as the $50 knife? The fuck?
Yeah, that's a good answer. What about you, Jeffrey Dahmer?
$5 knife. It's easier to write off for tax purposes.
So financial is your
The expensive knife is gonna show up in the credit report. $5 knife, that's nothing.
All right, that's a good answer. Good answer. So you guys answered like an average person. The average person would say that buying a cheaper knife would make more sense if you're gonna throw it away in the end. Whilst a psychopath would buy the $5 knife for the pure purpose of getting a lower quality and duller blade, which would make the murder more slower and more painful.
Well, I'm not
$5
buying
knife
knives.
still-
I'm in America. I could
can
buy
still
a
be
fucking
ribbed.
gun.
Okay.
I'll go to jail for the same amount of time.
A serial killer regularly kidnaps people and asks them to take one of two pills. One pill is harmless and the other one is poisonous. Whichever pill the victim takes, the serial killer takes the other one. But every single time the killer does this, the killer survives. And the victim is dead. How is this possible?
One pill is harmless, the one that he's taking.
Yeah, but he lets the victim choose which pill to take first.
Guys, I'll be right back, but this time I'll remember to mute, okay?
What the fuck? Holy shit! Did you see that? He grabbed a knife. I don't know what to do. What the fuck? He lives with someone. I don't know if we should call the police or something. This one's easy, by the way. Do you guys not get this? Is it? I actually got this without reading the answer, by the way. I'm actually calling you guys out on this one.
Just fucking stupid.
How, like,
just
think
fucking
about it.
Stupid,
this is
okay?
like, it's so easy to figure out.
I can't figure it out with this fucking crackhead. In
Hold on. I need to call my assistant. My PR team says to hide the pills in my mouth and not actually swallow them.
A regular person wouldn't understand the situation and why the serial killer would take the risk. Ew. Why? Ew. The way a psychopath would think in this situation is being able to recognize that the serial killer is poisoning them beforehand, primarily in the water they drink the tablets with. That was the last scenario, guys. How was that?
So are we psychopaths?
Like, do you think like a psychopath?
Because I need to know. If the courts see this.
She ripped my heart in half, I knew it from the start. And she tell me when I go away, she don't want to be a part.
But that's the point of the video. That's how a psychopath thinks, Jeff. That's why you guys are here.
I don't think this man should be here.